Hi guys, it's Julian with LSAT Explainer. Today I'm taking a look at question 9 off section 5 of test L1. Okay, interesting. Um, it says, philosopher, to become a more ethical person, one must have opportunities to make ethical decisions for oneself. But if people are forcibly prevented from ever doing anything unethical, they will not have opportunities to make such decisions. Thus, people should not always be prevented from behaving unethically. Okay, so you can't restrict people's behavior because they need to have the choice to act ethically to become more ethical. Let's take a look here. Which one of the following principles, if valid, most helps to justify the philosopher's argument? Okay, so with these sorts of things, sometimes you want to look for something broad that makes it so that if this big broad thing are true, it holds the rest of the piece together. So my prediction for this is going to be something to the effect of people should always be given an opportunity to improve themselves or something, or to be more ethical or something. People who are sometimes allowed to behave unethically usually do not become less ethical people as a result. That's weirdly not the worst one ever, because if you became less ethical, if you usually became less ethical, then you aren't in mass becoming more ethical. But this is just saying how someone becomes ethical, more ethical rather. Also, I guess there's a state of the same amount of ethical as before. So I'm going to rule A out. A person should be allowed to make a given decision only if making that decision would it itself cause the person to become more ethical. That is broad, like I said, but it might be a little too strong, actually. A person should be allowed to make it. That's not the only criteria that someone should be allowed to make a decision. This is saying thus people should not always be prevented from behaving unethically. Actually, B is really bad for that reason. No one should be denied the opportunities to become a more ethical person. That's pretty close to our prediction. If no one should be denied opportunities to become a more ethical person, then people should not always be prevented from behaving unethically. So I don't know what that would look like at like the police or something. Like, that's not my purview, but this is kind of what we're looking for. D says, unless performing an action will cause a person to become more ethical, the person should be prevented from performing that action. Unless performing, no, again, that's too strong. This is not saying that the only thing. This also goes against the stimulus in general. This is terrible as well. One should make more ethical decisions for oneself whenever one has the opportunity to do so. Yeah, it's too strong. I think C is good. It's like, I don't know, it just supports the rest of it. A, B, D, and E are bad. Boom, easy. Haha. All right, guys, thank you so much. Yeah, let me know if you guys found this helpful, and like and subscribe. Thank you.